It was in March of 2015 when Flatpak was first released to the Linux world. As most of you know, Linux has dozens upon dozens of distributions. Therefore, while one Linux application may work in one distribution, it may not work with another distribution. Flatpak was created to allow Linux developers to create an application container so that their application or software will work the same on any Linux distribution or platform. For Batocera users, it means we now have access to hundreds of Linux applications that we can install into a Batocera system. This includes games, browsers, office software, media players, utilities, etc. You name it. We now have more available to us through Flatpak. Not to mention the one application that many Batocera fans have been asking for, Steam on Batocera. Now all this and much more is possible. In this tutorial, I will show you how to install Flatpaks into your Batocera system. Soon, you will be enjoying Steam and many more games in Batocera. Let's do it. Greetings everyone and welcome to Batocera Nation. So the video tutorial that you're about to see I recorded yesterday and had it already edited and everything when I got a notification last night from Nicholas, who happens to be one of the developers of Batocera. Doesn't like to be called the main developer. Anyway, so he told me that he got not only the Gamepad support up and running in Flatpaks, but he also got the sound working in Flatpak, which includes Steam as well. So I tested everything out this morning. Sure enough, everything is working. Gamepad support and sound in Flatpak as well as in Steam. So the tutorial you're about to see will work as it is in Batocera version 31. With the exception, there will be no Gamepad support for Flatpak apps. But if you do want to have Gamepad support and you want to have sound, then you're going to have to upgrade your Batocera version 31 to a beta version. And to do that, you have to press Start on your Gamepad, go into Updates and Downloads, and here select Beta instead of Stable, okay? And then from there, just go ahead and make sure all this is clicked too. And then from there, just go ahead and start Update, and it'll update. Okay, it'll take a while before it finishes it, so you have to be very patient with the process. But once you update, you'll see that we have Gamepad and sound support and Flatpak. Okay, so give you a little brief demonstration. MS-DOS was first introduced by Microsoft in 1981. It was designed for the IBM. Okay, you can see there that it works. All right, let me also show you quickly Sonic 3. This is a fan-based game. Okay, that's how it sounds. And of course, Steam. Quickly go to Steam. Let's go. Oh, what the heck is this? I need to check that out. I think this is the handheld I was talking about in the last video. I gotta check that out. Anyways, so let's go ahead and go to big picture mode. See, you got sound support. Okay, So you can see there, we got Gamepad support and we have sound, okay? Again, the only way you're going to get this is if you update to the beta version. If you don't feel comfortable with that, then if you stick with the Batocera version 31, again, you won't have sound support and you won't have Gamepad support on any of these apps that you install through Flatpak, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and proceed with the tutorial itself. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Batocera Nation. So I know that most of you are really excited about installing Flatpak on your Batocera system, so we're going to jump right into it. First thing we need to do, we need to go ahead and turn on your Batocera system. So I'm going to head over to my Batocera system. Okay, so we're in Batocera, and the very first thing we need to get the IP address to your Batocera system. To find that out, just go ahead and press start on your gamepad or spacebar on your keyboard and go into network settings, and then right there, IP address. So copy that down on a piece of paper because you're going to need that information for the software we're about to use. All right. So once you copy your IP address, go ahead and leave your Batocera system on, okay? Because it has to connect with your desktop. All right. So now I'm going to move over to my desktop. Okay, so we're back on our desktop and we're ready to install Flatpak on our Batocera system. Now I gotta warn you, this is a little more complicated than what we have been doing in the past. So I am gonna go ahead and create on my website a page, okay, right around here called Flatpak. And that will give you a detailed step-by-step instructions. So if you don't follow everything in this video tutorial, don't worry. Just go to the website, go to the page, and you'll see all the step-by-step instructions, okay? All right. So the first thing we need to install two pieces of software. This is the first one, okay? So go ahead and download that, okay? The second piece of software you're going to need is called Putty, okay? For you Windows users, download this right here. And I will be providing a direct link from the website, okay? So this one and this one. All right, so let's go ahead. I already got this already installed, okay? And let's go ahead and load that one up first. All right, so remember I asked you to go ahead and copy your IP address of your Batocera system. This is the reason why. You need that information right here, okay? Keep this the same, keep this the same, 22 and SFTP, okay? Your username is root. It always will be root unless you change it. Your password is going to be Linux, Linux, okay? Not capitalized, okay? So once you got that, let's go ahead and log in. Okay, that's your Batocera system. All right, so let's go up. And let's go into this folder. All right, and let's go into Flatpak. Okay, then just go into the info text. Okay, this info text is absolutely essential. This gives us all the commands we need to be able to successfully install Flatpaks and the apps that we want to use, okay? So I've got that. I'm going to close that out. I've got that already in my Notepad++, okay? All right, so I'll keep that handy, all right? Now we also need to install Putty, okay? And if you click on that, it's going to tell you that's not found. This is where you need to put Putty, in this folder. Program files x86 and Putty, okay? So let's go ahead and minimize this. Go ahead and install Putty. All right, so we don't want it there. That's a default folder, program files. We don't want it there. So we're going to have to change it to right here. And then put Putty. Okay. Install. Okay. Close this out. Let's go back to this app here. Go to commands. Go into open in Putty. All right. So there we are. All right. So the password is like the other one, Linux. Now your cursor won't move at all when you're typing it, so don't worry. Okay, hit enter. All right. So now we're going to that file we had earlier, okay? The first thing we need to do, we need to install the repo, okay? So go ahead and select all of that. Copy. Minimize it. Go back over here, right click on it, and it should automatically appear. See that? Automatically appears. So go ahead and hit enter. Okay. And now we're ready to proceed. All right, minimize that. Now we can go over here. I also will be providing a link. FlatHub, okay? This is the place where you can find all the different Linux apps, okay? And there's a number of them. So let's go ahead for this tutorial, install Firefox. We're going to install this game. Also this game, good old retro game right here. Fan made. This first-person shooter, deathmatch, multiplayer, and single player. Really cool. Okay. Also going to install this Wikipedia reader. And of course, Steam. And Open Arena. In fact, these two are already installed. I don't want to have to uninstall everything. So this is already installed, but I'm going to show you the steps nonetheless. In this one, I already installed as well. I had problems with this. And the reason why we're going to go ahead and try mess with this, because there's going to be some apps that are not going to install successfully or not going to work. And I'm going to teach you how to uninstall it. So for this one, I'm going to show you what the problem is and then show you how to uninstall this one, okay? All right. So let's go into the first one, Firefox. We want to install Firefox. So scroll down, and this is what we need to copy. It's right there, ready for you. Copy. Go back in here. Right-click on the mouse. Hit enter. And do you want to install? Yes. Why? And then let it do its thing. Okay? Okay. That was done. Let's go ahead, backspace all that. Let's go to the next one. This game right here. Okay? Scroll down. That's where we want the command. Select it, copied. And go ahead, right click on it, hit enter, yes. Now if you try to install an app and it's telling you that the audio is not working, it's because the audio is not working right now. The developer is working on it. Nicholas is working on that, and soon we'll have that solved, okay? All right, so that's complete. Let's go to the next one. Let's go into the Sonic game. Scroll down. Copy. Go back over here. Right click it. Enter. Yes. And let it install as well. Okay, so that's done. Let's go to the next one. This one right here. It's really cool. And let's go ahead and copy. Go into the app, right click, enter, yes. All right, that's done too. Let's go to the next one. The Wikipedia reader. And go here, copy, go in there. All right. Yes. That was quick. All right. Steam, same process, okay? Just go ahead and copy all that. And right there, same thing, okay? Now, since I already have it installed, I don't need to repeat the process, okay? But that's how it's done, right? Same thing, Open Arena. I already got this one done, but that's how you would copy it, right? Okay, so we're pretty much done. There's all the commands in here to make sure everything's installed properly. We've got this Flatpak list. Okay, if I type that Flatpak list, you can see there I've got the Wikipedia Reader, Steam, Astro Menace, Firefox, Sonic 3, that other game, and Open Arena. Okay, it's all there. All right. Now, before we go back to the Batocera system, we need to do one other command. It's very important. You gotta go into this one right here. This one right here. Batocera Flatpak update. Just go ahead and select it and copy it. Copy it. Minimize it. And enter. Now it's updating all the permission for all those files, okay? All right, it's done. Let's go ahead and exit. Type exit. All right, now let's head back over to our Batocera system. Okay, so we're back in Batocera. Let's go ahead and press start on the gamepad, game settings, update games list. All right. If you look around, it doesn't seem like it's there at all, right? But it's there. Go to ports, and then you'll see the apps. I'll say Flatpak. Okay. All right. So to separate that from the regular ports, just go ahead and press start again. Go into game collection settings, and then select group systems, and we want to unselect that. Okay, unselect it and then go back. All right, now there's applications. Okay, so it's separate from the other ports, and there's everything. Okay, so let's go ahead and try the first one. Astro Menace. Cool little game. See, it loads up. This also uses the mouse. And the good news is Gamepad support is now official in Flatpak for Batocera, okay? Nicholas got it working. The sound's not yet working, but he's almost there, okay? But there it is. So it's working with my Gamepad, with my Xbox 360 controller. So we'll have the sound. All right, let's go to the next one. Quit. Yes. Quit. Yeah. All right, go to Firefox. And there's Firefox. Yeah, I'm going to make it a default browser. And not now. You can see that it's working. Again, there's no sound. There's no sound at all, but soon we'll have the sound in there. All right? All right? There's YouTube. Soon again, we'll have the sound. Right? Right? Let's go to Open Arena. I'm going to show you the problem we're having there. Well, I'll be darned. Look at that. It loaded up this time. The first time I tried to load it up, it was just giving me gibberish on the screen, but it's working. Let's see. It's not working with the gamepad. Let's try this. Single player. Check that out. It's working with the keyboard and the mouse. Check that out. Look at that. It's working. All right. So again, first time it wasn't working at all. So maybe the best option would be to, once you install the Flatpak apps, is to go ahead and reboot your Batocera system. Because again, this one, for the very first time, it just wasn't working. But now, it's working fine. Great. All right. I want to let you guys play with that. I want to hit escape here and get out of this. All right. So again, that's working. So we don't need to uninstall it. Let's go to Sonic 3 for some retro gaming here. All right. This is a fan-made game. So the gamepad is working for this game, which is great. Makes life easier. So for some of the apps and software games, your gamepad will work and some won't work. Depends whether it's built into the app itself. Okay. Let's go ahead and fast forward all this stuff here. And let's check it out. Sure, like you hear. Sure will be nice when the sound is working. Look at that, that's really cool. It's impressive fan base gain here. All right, that's enough of that. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of this. But that's something to look forward to for you guys, okay? Yeah, let's go ahead and get out of this. All right. Okay, I'm gonna say Steam for last. Let's go into this one, this Wikipedia reader. And there it is, okay? Okay, let's go ahead. All right, go ahead and get out of this. Okay, let's try this one here. The graphics on this is superior. Has a single player mode, multiplayer mode right here, okay? I don't know, I'll just pick anything. Okay, it's downloading some more stuff. Okay, the gamepad is not working on this one, even though it says space to join. Looks impressive. Where's everybody? Guess there's nobody on this server. Well, I guess I spoke too soon. How cool is this, huh? All right. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of this. And again, there's also a single player here as well. Oh, computer beat me. All right, I'm getting whooped here, but you can see that. It's so cool. Great graphics too. All right, let's go ahead and get out of this. And how do we get out of this? Quit. All right. Okay. So now let's go to Steam. Okay, so we're in Steam, and let's go to our library. Okay, so these are the ones I was able to install, okay, and these are the ones I was not able to install from a whole collection. As I mentioned in my last video, if the game does not have a Linux version or a Steam OS version, then it's not going to install, okay. The good news is that Valve is constantly working trying to get as many games formatted to the Linux version, okay? So there'll be more and more games compatible soon enough, okay? You see, if you go here, and in fact, if you try to install a Windows game that doesn't have a Linux version, it's not going to let you install it, okay? It's going to be blanked out, okay? So let's go over here. I uninstall this one just for this tutorial. And this one, of course, is going to allow me to install it. So let's go ahead and install this. All the games are installed, and the user data says Flatpak data. Okay, all this is where all those games are going to be installed. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward all of this. Okay, so it's installed. Let's go ahead and try it out. I got the little message here. Ignore it. You can see it's loading up. And this game does have Gamepad support. As soon as they fix the audio, we'll have sound in all these games. Okay, so this does have Gamepad support. All right, good. All right, let's go ahead and get out of this. All right. Okay, so let's move on to Star. Okay, I also installed this one just for this tutorial. So let's go ahead and install that one. Let's go ahead and next. Let it do its thing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward all of this. Okay, so it's done. Let's go ahead and try to play it. Loading up, and then it crashes. One more time to make sure. All right, so it crashes. So if you have a game that's doing that, it's crashing, go ahead and select the game and right-click on it and go into Properties, okay? From here, go into this tab right here to make it compatible, okay? Click on that, Force. Then you've got all these different options, okay? And you may want to experiment with different ones. If one doesn't work, then go to another one, okay? So for this one, I think it was this one that worked, Proton 4.1113. And then go ahead, close that out, and try it again. And you can see it loaded up. And there you go. So that's how you make the games compatible. If they're not compatible, just go into Properties and select one of those Protons, and then it should work. Okay? All right. So again, that's how it's done. I had several of them that I had to do that. I had to go into Properties, Compatible Mode, and then select, again, one of these. All right? All right. And I noticed that this is probably one of the best ones right here. But again, you can try something else if it doesn't work. All right? All right. So now let's go into the big picture mode. And this makes it easier, because you can use your Gamepad for this. Okay, go Libraries, okay, Install. Now, unfortunately, if you have it like this, right, you're gonna have these Proton files in here. So what I did was I created a filter game. Okay, when I created that, I went ahead and I selected just the games themselves. All right, and there's all the games. Okay. Let me go into one game. I need to show you something. DuckTales. So it says it has Gamepad support, but when I try to play the Gamepad, it just simply doesn't work. So what I had to do was I had to create a custom Gamepad for this game, right? And to do that, go into Manage a Game, go into Controller Configuration. You can see there that for the D-pad, I use the up arrow, left arrow, right arrow, down arrow. Okay, select it, and you can just choose what you need. For example, I want to go down. Select A, and then from there, I just went to the down arrow, and there it is. Okay, and then for the start, I use return. And for the buttons, I use the A, I use the space bar, and for the X, I use the Z button. Okay, and that's how you can create a custom gamepad configuration for the game. Okay, and that's how I got it to work. Now, if you press the hotkey, or in this case, Xbox button, it's going to take you back to Steam, right? And from there, you can exit the game, or return to the game, or go into the controller configuration. Okay, so you can do different things there. If you press the hotkey again, I'll take you back to the game. If you press the start and the hotkey, it's going to take you out of the game, but the game will still be running memory. So ideally, just press the hotkey and then just hit exit game. Okay, and that's how you get out of the game. All right. I think when Steam is officially working, I'm going to go ahead and create a special tutorial for Steam, but those are the basics for Steams, okay? And of course, to get out of this, ideally to get out of this, backspace, all that, the B button, go here and exit Steam. And that'll boot you right back up to the main menu, okay? Otherwise, you might have problems trying to get out of Steam. So that's how you should exit Steam. Before we wrap everything up, let me go ahead and show you how to uninstall a particular game or app that's not working, okay? So let's go back to the desktop. Okay, so we're back on the desktop. Let's go ahead and run WinSCP. Let's go ahead and log in. Let's go into our commands, go into PuTTY, all right? Go into type the password, Linux. All right, Flatpak list. And those are the apps, okay? So let's say I want to go ahead and uninstall Open Arena, okay? To do that, let's go back to our handy guide right here. And this is what you need to type or copy into PuTTY to remove the app, okay? Flatpak remove and then the name of the app, okay? So let's go ahead and select it, copy, go into PuTTY and remove. In this case, we want to remove Open Arena. And it's not case sensitive, so that should do it. It's asking you sure you want to do this? Yes. And then proceed? Yes. Okay, it's done. Type Flatpak list. It shouldn't be there no more. You can see there, it's not there anymore. All right. Then to update the list, over here, we have to update the list. Then do this, update, copy, go back in here, right click, enter. Now it's updating everything. All right, it's done. And in fact, if you go back to your Batocera and you update the games list, you won't see Open Arena anymore, okay? So that's how it's done. Once again, I will be providing a new page in my Batocera Nation website, okay? Flatpak, okay? And I'll give you step-by-step instructions, what you need to do, what you need to install to get everything up and running for your Batocera system, okay? All right, so that's a wrap. If you found this video useful and you liked it, go ahead and please like it. That would really help me out with the YouTube algorithms. If this is the first time at watching Batocera Nation, go ahead and check out our website. You can get all the information you need to get yourself up and running in no time as well. Finally, I've decided to re-record my ending because mainly we got the sound working in Flatpak. So for my next tutorial, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a separate tutorial on how to install Steam. Most of you already know how to do that through this tutorial. However, there might be some out there who don't realize that Flatpaks will help you to install Steam or don't really care about all the other stuff related to Flatpak. So a concise tutorial on how to install and run Steam. After that, I think I want to work on looking at some other gems that we might find in Flatpak. In fact, I think I found a new gem in Flatpak, but I need to test everything out first before I do a tutorial. And after I play around with Flatpak some more, then I'm going to focus on doing some work with Pi 400. Okay, I've got a Pi 400. I'm really impressed with how well it handles the games. So that's coming up soon as well. All right, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Batocera Nation. Bye.